Yeah, this great wall here. Hello, everyone. How are you? As you can see, a little difference in scenery here. We decided to show our sponsor a little more. This is where we do the radio here, Seton Hall University, down in South Orange, New Jersey. My name is Andrew Coates, and this is Behind the Mic. There's a little short segment that we do here. We discuss what we did today on the radio, Behind the Mic. Now, today for the show, we continue with our Women's History Month. That's the theme going on this month. I did the first general, the first African American general, and the first African American woman who was the
Doctor?
No, the attorney.
Attorney. Loretta Lynch.
Yeah. I did her. Sorry.
You be forget. You need to bring your notebook up in here.
So I did those two ladies in honor of course, the Women's History Month and my own preferences. They both have to do with law and medicine, to two of my pursuits. Mr. Bay and I, after the radio show, as you guys know, we always just talk. We just have a few minutes to ourselves, a little downtime before we do Behind the Mic. Today we discussed something, some good topics. You care filling them in, Mr. Bay?
Yeah, absolutely. This guy's 16 years old, everybody. And so I'm an old head. And so from time to time, I have to ask the future. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the world. Show them all the beauty they possess. Okay, inside. Give them the... Okay, all right. That's enough of that. Okay, I am definitely a clown. But let's keep it real for a minute. I have to ask the 16-year-old, what did he think about the President of the United States and the comment that he made about President Obama wiretapping his hotel building? And your answer was?
My answer
was...
was...
Tell the first answer that you gave. You remember what you said right off the back? You don't...
It's just the same stuff, really. It was about the difference in intelligence and wisdom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell them, what's the difference between intelligence and wisdom, wise one?
This is something that I've seen time and time again. As soon as the election started, this is a great example of something that can really distinguish the difference between intelligence and wisdom. Because I find a lot of people, they usually confuse the two. And there's this old saying that says, intelligence is knowing a tomato is a fruit. It's not a vegetable, it's really a fruit with the seeds inside. But wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. You get it?
Yeah, I get that.
It was a little saying. That rings true to me. And so with this election, just everything going on in politics for the past year or so, it really has shown us the difference in intelligence and wisdom. People like Donald Trump, Ben Carson, Hillary Clinton, all these people that we've been seeing so far, they are intelligent. No matter what you say, no matter what happens, they are intelligent. They did not get to where they are now by being dumb rocks on a log.
A bag of rocks.
They did not get
dumb as
there.
a bag of rocks. No, they're not.
For as much hate and as much negativity that Donald Trump gets, not saying it's not deserved, but as much as he gets, we can't deny he is a smart guy. He has won this election. He's ran his business for decades. He knows business. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to please the American public as far as just talking goes, persuasion. He is a smart guy.
May I interject?
Of course.
He keeps on putting his tomatoes in the fruit salad.
That's where the wisdom comes in. I don't think that a lot of people that are in office today currently have the wisdom and the worldwide knowledge and view to really run things the way that they ought to be ran. And that's the first thing I said. But to answer his question, what do I think of what's been happening so far?
I think you answered it. So you don't, unless you got another poignant point to make, we can move on. Because I want to talk about Clarence Thomas now when he made that comment.
Okay.
What you know what comment Clarence Thomas made?
Yes, I'm aware.
We're African Americans. Mothers, daughters. Okay, that's enough invitation to him. Okay.
Again.
We came here as immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think about that? Same thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He puts
this is
his
something else that it was another point that I made. Actually, my social studies teacher he gave us a question a few days ago, part of our the beginning of the class assignment.
interesting.
It was about every single era in American history has had its own label, of course, like the Revolutionary, the Civil War, the like the Roaring Twenties and things like that.
Right.
So every era has had its own label. And how would you label this era that we live in now?
Good question.
A lot of people they said things like the technology era, the internet era, the future era, where a lot of our dreams and things are happening now. We're getting closer and closer to the future that we all envisioned back in the day, and things of that nature. When it came to me, I said this is the era of repetition.
Oh, wow.
The era of repetition.
Explain.
America was founded by slave owners who thought all men should be free and equal. Slave owners said all men should be free and equal.
All white men. Oh, my bad. That's not funny.
So America was founded by those people, and for the past over 200 years, it's just been the same song, the same lyrics, but different music to fit.
Well, we had Obama.
I'm going to get to my point. It's just different music to fit the time period. It's always been the same issues that we deal with today. The deficit is too high, poverty, racism, white power, the corrupt government, the minority, the majority, the 1%, corporate business getting in the way of terrorism, the continuous war on drugs.
Don't go too far out on a tangent. Bring it really back on in now.
It's the same stuff that we've been dealing with forever. I don't really see a big difference. A lot of people are comparing Donald Trump to former President Andrew Jackson in the same way that they were both crooks and businessmen in a lot of similar ways, Richard Nixon. So
you can't prove that nobody's a crook. You can't prove that the leader of the free world is a crook.
I don't have to. Just turn on the news.
Oh, well, you can't believe the news.
Well,
they said it's fake news.
That's true. Well, that goes into a different topic.
Yeah.
But my point is, overall, it's all.
Well, you're a 16-year-old. You're being bombarded with all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. How do you take it, or you don't?
I kind of just sit back and watch the fireworks fly. I've already got a pretty good sense of how in the future I really have to take the initiative, do the research, and really choose from my own heart who I believe will be able to run anything, my town, my state, the city, and then the free world. It's going to be part of my process as growing up to vote, and I know I'm going to make the right.
Okay, change subject real fast. In South Orange, there was some school that posted some posters that got some parents really upset. The posters were that of bounty hunters. And so my comment to that was, during Black History, my question to you, have you ever, for Black History, examined the pushback other than, Nat Turner? What did we say about Nat Turner? You said something interesting.
Yeah, well,
they teach you about Nat Turner. Why?
Well, Nat Turner is most famous for being one of the largest and one of the largest slave revolts at the time during slavery. However, I find it very interesting that while he was one of the largest slave revolts, he didn't win. He didn't get away. They killed him. Actually, it was at the end of.
So we have a sneaking suspicion that they allow that story to come through just to send a message, but they don't tell the stories of the pushback.
The slave revolts that were successful.
Where
they didn't get caught.
Right.
They exist.
Right.
Do the research. Yes, they were there.
We have been prisoners of war here in this country, and we always fought back.
Yes.
Successfully.
Yes.
Slavery ended because we fought back.
couldn't handle it anymore. They were saying
Lincoln didn't have an epiphany. If it was up to him, we would have remained slaves.
True.
Stockholm, am I saying it? Stockholm. Oh, Stockholm. Say it for me. Say it for the audience.
Stockholm syndrome.
And what is that, Andrew?
It is a condition where someone is captured or kidnapped, and they fall in love with that captor.
And your example that you gave me was?
The classic example is usually Beauty and the Beast, where Belle gets captured by the Beast, and she ends up falling in love with him after.
But your crazy instructor took it someplace else and said what?
The black people, of like people like.
Oh, you couldn't name no people though. You couldn't.
No.
I have a Facebook friend who actually posted pictures of some rappers that because they are successful now, slavery don't exist for them no more, and it's really had no. Lil Wayne said, "Oh, black people, white people, they all buy my music. I don't see how slavery have anything to do with it. Stop using that slavery stuff as an excuse. It's all over now. Racism, that doesn't bother us anymore. That's just an excuse."
This actually reminds me of Mr. Paul Mooney, a comedian that Mr. Bay and I are both fans of. The nigger moment.
Oh, hey, you can't say that. You said it.
The wake-up call. The N-word wake-up call.
The N-word wake-up call. Yeah, you got to get yours.
N-word wake-up call.
Yeah. You walk around high and mighty.
Everything is sunshine, peaches, and cream.
Oh, yeah.
But as soon as the sledgehammer falls, it falls on you. And you won't be seeing any white people helping you pick that up.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we got to wrap it up. Did you learn radio-wise, instructional-wise, right? I know you enjoy being here and doing this thing.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, what did you, I'm being sarcastic. What did you learn today? Not by asking the question, but because I know your answer might be not too definitive.
Well, I actually did learn something today. I now have a clear conscience about what my views are.
As far as what?
As far as politics and the local things that have been happening so far. To be honest, I'm starting to get a lot of my news from you now because I kind of just slowed down with it. I stopped watching the news. So whenever we talk, you're mostly the one that really brings me up on this week's stuff.
Well, what I do is bring you balance.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
An African-American perspective.
Of course.
When you speak from a level of white privilege, no disrespect to anybody, and I don't believe that anybody's white or black for that matter. I think a little bit beyond that because I have an open mind. I want that to be for the audience, right? We create balance, okay, so that we understand the perspective from those who have been oppressed, those who have been pushed, those who have had to push back. In the immortal words of Frederick Douglass, oh my God, I thought of Donald Trump again, anyway, agitate, agitate, agitate. There is no progress without struggle. The struggle still continues.
Still does.
You might think it's over. Wake up. You don't want to get your in. Can I say it? I don't want to say it. You don't want to get your nigga wake up call. No disrespect.
Thank you very much. And I believe on that note, that's all we have for Behind the Mic. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, we have our regular radio show every single Saturday, 9:30 to 10. WSOU channel 89.5 FM HD. Please tune in to listen to us live. We also do a live Facebook streams while we're doing the show at the same time. So please watch that. We post those. Watch those, please. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We're going to be posting this. So please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching Behind the Mic. Have a good day. Stay warm.